All right, y'all. Y'all know the cake that is all the rage right now. It's that naked boho looking cake, and I am gonna show you exactly how to do it. And believe it or not, it's a lot more simple than you think. So follow along. To start any cake, I take just a little bit of buttercream and stick it to my board so that my cake will stick. And then I put my cake down, and then I will put a pretty good dollop of buttercream in the middle. And with a naked cake, you want a little more buttercream in the middle. One, because you're not gonna have all that buttercream on the outside, and two, so that you see that layer. So I want just a little bit of a thicker layer so that you can see it from the outside. So I'm gonna smooth this out all the way around and then level it out, get it all smooth. And then I will put my second layer right on top. If you want a thicker layer of buttercream showing, just add a little more buttercream. But I like it still to be pretty thin. And then I'm gonna take a pretty good dollop for the top and just plop it on there. And the difference between a crumb coat and a naked cake is you don't want all of those crumbs in your outer layer, but still a little bit, if that makes sense. So I want to do a thicker layer to begin with and then take it away later so that I don't have a bunch of crumbs in my final coat. So I'm gonna do a layer on top, going all the way to the sides. And you can see, you can't really see through this very much right now, which is a-okay, it's exactly what you want. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the sides, getting a pretty good amount of buttercream and keeping it still pretty thick around the sides. Some crumbs are okay, it's expected. And I'm just gonna do this all the way around my cake. Okay, I have a layer all the way around my cake. And then if I see that it's not level or straight, I'm just gonna go back and add just a little bit more. And then the most important part is a bench scraper. This will make your icing so much easier to deal with. I'm gonna clean the sides up first. And then with my bench scraper really straight, I'm really slowly just gonna go around the sides, and you'll see it just takes off a little bit of icing at a time. And I'm just gonna do this until I get to my cake. Going all the way around, really slow. You can see that there are crumbs in here, which is okay, it's expected, it's part of the cake, but that thicker layer of buttercream is gonna prevent it from looking like a crumb coat. And then you can see as you go, you start to see some of that cake through your buttercream. And you might be wondering, why is she not just taking off more buttercream at once? And what I would say to you is if you just take all that buttercream off at once, it's gonna take the cake with it. And the point of doing that extra thick layer is so that you don't crumb up your buttercream very much. So I wanna go super slow, just taking a little bit off at a time. And then once you get down to your cake, you can see some part has more icing than others, but you can see the cake and the layer of buttercream in between. And there's not a crazy amount of crumbs like you would have in a crumb coat. So once this is done, I'm just gonna take in my top. And then I always like to smooth out the top and go back around the sides one last time. And then get that very little edge that comes up again. All right, and then you have your naked cake. So super simple, super easy, and it turns out super cute. So if you enjoyed this cake and learning how to do it, make sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell so we can change the world one cake at a time.